Hi guys, it's Miss Horn coming to you again on a Monday morning. We're going to work on in lesson 21 this week. We're going to be add and subtract lengths, okay? This is on page 192 and 193 in your iReady instruction book, okay? So let's get started. It says you know how to compare lengths. You do. We did it last week, and I'm sure y'all have gotten very good at it. Okay? It says the length of a toy alligator's body is 32 inches. The tail of the alligator is 6 inches shorter than the body. How long is the tail? Alright, so look at your diagram, your picture here. Okay? It's showing you the length of the body from the nose to where the tail starts. So, question A asks, what is the length of the alligator's body? Just his body. So you look here, and you look here where it stops and starts. What's that number in between there? 32 inches. Okay, that's just the abbreviation for inches, IN. Okay, B. Will you add or subtract to find the length of an alligator's tail? Why? Alright, let's read that question again. The length of the toy alligator's body is 32 inches. That's saying from here to here is 32 inches. The tail of the alligator is 6 inches shorter than the body. How long is his tail? Okay, let's go back to the question here, B. Will you add or subtract to find the length of the alligator's tail and why? Right? So, I will subtract. And you're asking, some of you may be asking, well, why will I subtract? That's because the tail is shorter than the body. And wouldn't you agree, looking at the picture? This is the body. This is the tail. Okay? C. Complete the equation that you can use to find the length of the tail. Alright, well we said we're going to subtract. So we know that the symbol that represents subtraction is the minus sign. Okay? And we know of subtraction when we're subtracting numbers. We always have to put the larger number first. So our larger number in this case, it already said that the body was larger, so that would be the 32. And what other number did we have in this problem? We got 32, and we got 6. So we'll use that 6 to subtract. So we've got 32 minus 6. Alright? Well, there's several ways you can work this math out. You can make your base 10 model. 32. We got 3 rods and 2 units minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright? Well, we worked on this method before. I'm looking here in my ones. I have 6 ones here. How many ones do I have here? I only got 2. Is that enough? Can I take 6 from 2? No, I can't. So we got to bust one of our 10 rods up. So I'm just going to mark it out. It doesn't disappear. We're just going to bust it up into units. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, do I have enough ones over here to subtract these 6? Yeah, I do. So what we're going to do, we're going to subtract these ones from over here. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. So let's look. How many rods do I have left? I have 2, and we know that each rod represents 10. Okay, so what number is going to go in our tens place? 2. So let's simply look at what units we've got left here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that will be our ones. Alright? So our alligator's tail is 26 inches long. Right? So let's look over at the next page. 193, and we got some more alligators. Must be because it's springtime, huh? Okay, let's find out more. It says you can add lengths to find a total length. You can measure the tail and measure the body, then add to find the total length of the alligators. Okay, look at a little puppy over here. He's giving us some important information. It says when you add length, the units need to be the same. That means if you're using inches, both numbers have to be in inches. We couldn't have 26 inches and 32 centimeters and come up with the right answers because they're different units of measurement. Okay? Because inches look like this. These bigger, further apart numbers. And we know the centimeters are what? Smaller, closer together. Look at them compared. Centimeters are smaller, inches are larger. We wouldn't come up with the right answer. Right? So, what it's saying here, they measured like they did in the first picture. They measured just the body first. Then they measured the tail separate. And then they just put them back together. And they just added them. 26 inches plus 32 inches, okay? Right? Let's look at the second part here. It says you can also measure the whole alligator. So instead of measuring the body first and the tail, you can simply start at the tail, make sure you line it up correctly, and then stop at the end of the nose and measure it all at one time. Right? And it says you get the same answer either way. Is that true? Yes, it is. So it says 26 inches plus 32 inches gives us what? Well, we can come back over here and use our base 10 model again. Okay, we'll start out with 26. I'm going to go 2 rods, which represent 20. Then I'm going to make 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 32 inches. So I would have 3 rods at 10 apiece. Okay, then I have 2 units. 1, 2. Then we're simply going to add them together. Right? I always like to start in the ones place. So in case you have too many units, you can bundle them together and make another. Alright, so let's count the units first. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we know that units represents 1. So I'm going to have an 8 in the ones place. So let's now count our rods. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we know each rod represents 10, so we can skip count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And that goes in our tens place. So our answer, 26 plus 32 equals 58 inches. That's the total length of our alligator. And you can check yourself by just simply looking right here at the tape measure here. Right? Now it says work with a partner. I'm going to be your partner. You're my other partner across the waves here. It says talk about it. Why does adding the lengths of the parts of the alligator give you the same answer as measuring the whole alligator? Write about it. Alright, so let's talk about that real quick. And we can use that looking at these two pictures here. Okay, aren't these the same alligators? Yes. Okay, because if you break something apart, if you put it back together, isn't it the same? Yes. And maybe something's really big to measure, and it's easier to measure it in parts than it is to measure it all at one time. Right? So, when you put two parts together, you get the same length as the whole alligator. Didn't we discover that when we added here? Because right here, if you get real close, let me focus it in here, you come up with the 58. Okay? They just broke it into tail and body. Alright? Alright, guys? This is the end of the day's lesson. I want you to follow up in your iReady workbook on pages 215 and 216 to brush up and get better at these skills. You're doing an awesome job. I know you are. Alright, I look forward to seeing and talking with you soon. Have a good day, guys.